Sarah Leonard, and I'm ready to be the student member of the board. The role of the student member of the board, or SMOB for short, is to provide student insight and input to the policies that directly affect students. The student member of the board doesn't simply memorize facts and statistics about what's going on in our schools, but actually experiences it every single day. And the role of the SMOB as it relates to you is that you have a voice and a representation on the Board of Education. And you also have somebody that you can go to when you need things done. Every student in our county should have equal opportunity to succeed and flourish in our school system. I also think that we need more support and more funding for classes outside of the core curriculum.
I think we need to take busfuls of students up to Annapolis to talk about the issue with our school facilities and overcrowding and schools falling apart, because the only way that Prince George's County is going to get more money and more funding to do all the things that it needs to do for its facilities is if we can actively lobby our state legislature. And I think that students are a really integral piece in that.
Another thing I would try to push as student member of the board is getting full voting rights for the student member of the board, because I think that it's really important that the one position that students have a right to vote for and have the power to decide who's in that position has the power to really impact changes in policies within the Board of Education.
I've been passionate about education and specifically youth civic engagement for a while now. I was part of the campaign that helped to lower the voting age in the city of Hyattsville to 16.
When the Hyattsville City Council opened up the floor for comments before the vote, the scene the New York Times describes as a spirited public hearing, they heard from a young woman named Sarah Leonard, who told the members of the council, quote, "Hyattsville should lower the voting age to 16 so that more young people can get started being active in their communities, which will continue with them their entire lives. When the number of voters increases, then the city government is bound to be better represented and backed up by more support."
And it shows how it increases voter turnout and how it increases political awareness and activity. We are really informed voters because we're currently learning about it, and we learn about it every day and we research it.
Well, and more of a chance to have an impact too, I guess, if there's lower turnout and you guys can mobilize, you can have, you know, all right, well anyway, Sarah Leonard, activist and potential Hyattsville City Council. Remember the name! News there. Thank you for joining us today. Thanks for coming in, really appreciate it.
As a member of the board, I would create a website and a facility for students to go to see how to apply to college, what it's like, and also all the scholarship information you could ever need about what money is available from who, how to apply, who's eligible, all those types of things, because they're really not being brought across to students in the classroom by their guidance officers.
I would also set up a community service hours bank where anybody who needed service hours or wanted some more service hours could go online and see across the county where we had different areas that you could go and do community service at. I will maintain an active student member of the board Twitter profile, as well as on Instagram, Snapchat, and other social media things, so you can be connected to what's going on in your county, kind of in the back of your mind just while you're scrolling through your social media. You'd also just be able to DM me or message me with any problems, or if you needed somebody to represent you or advocate for you in your school, if there was something going on with a teacher or administrator and you needed somebody to be on your side and to have your back as a student, I would be an advocate for you. There's a lot of inequity within our school system where the board members are trying to pull money for different programs or different student populations or different to their districts in the county, and I think that that's not fair to the students in our county, and that's really the role of the student member of the board, is to sit on the Board of Education and remind them that we need to be picking the best policies that benefit all the students in our county and not just a select few. And just a few days ago, I was at William Wirt Middle School talking to some middle schoolers about the situation of violence in their schools, and we were talking about what's the best way to deal with that. And we had a conversation about how uniforms make people feel like they have to do other things to learn where they fit in and who they are in middle school. And I think that's something that they can really take to their PTSA and their principal and say, hey, look, we think that this is a problem, because it's the students who really understand what's going on in the situation of violence. Just at a board meeting last Thursday, a group of 6th graders came and were talking about how they felt was the best way to stop gang violence in their school, and they had an idea to teach self-defense classes, which is something that has never been brought up that I know of by adults or by the Board of Education, but that's the students who are actually confronting the problem every day and see it firsthand feel that that's necessary to feel safe. And if they see it every day and that's how they feel is the best way to combat that, then we should respect that and listen to that and try to figure out how to make that work.
The role of the student member of the board is incredibly important because it's a representative who's a student, who's in school with you, who's going through the same struggles and challenges as you, and who's at the same level of education as you. So it's really easy to reach out to them to get some representation for your school and for whatever issues it is that you're dealing with at your school. Thanks for watching, and if you want a passionate, driven, and accessible representative on the Board of Education, vote Sarah for SMOB.